But how many might be in this area?
There are so many.
If they catch a cow like this,
they start crying 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Woo! 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 They are calling each other. They meet and they catch a cow or a...
Sure.
Yeah.
But which is more, that Radza over here?
But there's too much.
When they are crying, they used to call each other. You hear the big one, maybe on top of this mountain.
Yeah.
One here, one is there at the growth point. In 30 minutes time, together.
Many cows don't have time. It's too
6
much.
o'clock,
Sure.
you can hear something.
So Mirandi Manyam Beriton.
All right.
So I want to go in on Mapere and Radza.
Yeah.
All right, Maita Machid.
What's the report, Steve?
That sounds very promising. They say there's so many hyenas on one hill, they actually call it the Hyena Hill. And the one next to it is called Radza. Apparently there's very many hyena in that area. So, and I mean, we're 18 k's out and these guys even know about it. So it's quite notorious. I think tonight we're gonna have a good time.
There you hear it, folks, straight from the horse's mouth. We have got another hyena program. Steve never really stops. He just goes from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. So it's very evident that there is a problem, and yeah, this area looks very hyena-ish. So let's see what we can find. Today the team, we have myself, Tim in the back here. That's Steve's son. Then Alex is not sleeping today. And Scuba Steve. Here we go. Let's see what happens. This problem animal control work is all about working with the local communities and helping them out and keeping the balance between humans and wildlife. Steve and I both really enjoy helping these local communities, and who, you know, the local communities are also so appreciative in return that it's really a good deal all around.
Hunting or something. Maparaya Baduze.
Picked up a couple of cops. They're on their way to the area that we're going. They've confirmed that there's so many hyenas in the particular area. They just call it Mapere, which means hyenas. So I hope they're not exaggerating, because like I said, I haven't had a report like that in years. So hopefully they're telling the truth.
Bye-bye.
Wait. Gomo rakanyanya rinowanzo mwanya unyanya wanzo gara nderiro gomo Wadza.
Wadza,
Yes, ndimo meni nzvimbo yawo.
Kune mangani kuno?
Mapere. Tatiwerenga akawanda.
Sure.
Chaizvo.
Ari kubereka here kuno.
Zvakanyanya.
Aura nasitomborova.
Izvozvi mbudzi dzapera.
Mbudzi yapera?
Dzapera. Iwe unombotaura?
Ana kutaura, ayatya uyu.
Wasangana nawo?
Zvakanzi handi kuheadway.
Yes. Gomo irori ndimo wakambouya weNational Park wanoita nebasa iro. But wakatadza nenyama dzawo idzo waisafa.
Don't worry, tichafamba mberi tichatsvaga.
Okay.
But kana manzwa sound munoziva ndine sound yemombe yakabatwa nebere, usauyepo. Taura wani usauye.
Alright, wari kufamba.
Kana ari kuchete.
Tinotenda. Ngatibatsire zvikuru. Tinotenda zvikuru.
Alright, thanks Mdara.
Zvakanaka.
Alright, you Musara Shakanaka?
Zvakanaka.
Yeah, ona Mdara headman uyo.
Ndikuzoona.
Ndaona ma headman aba. Tatenda.
Yakadaro.
So that was the headman, and he was telling us that the national parks have been here before, but they did not succeed in getting the hyenas. So he's very grateful to see us. He says there's plenty.
How many?
More than many is what he said.
More than many.
More than many.
How much is more than many? Alex? I'm not sure, eh?
I'm not sure.
Let's hope it's a lot.
We're just clearing through a field of fire. What we're doing is anything that's in between the truck and where we want to put the speakers, we want to take it down so it doesn't interfere with the night vision or the thermal, and give us a very good idea of what's going on when the hyenas come in. Hopefully they're going to come in from that gap there and over the gomo on my right hand side.
So this field that the guys are slashing is a tobacco field. They grow tobacco here in rural Zimbabwe, and this here is the village that owns the fields of tobacco. So let me show you around the village a little bit. Right here, for a start, we have the African turkey, which here we call a tick. It's a tick, not a turkey, a tick.
Here's our turkey strutting his stuff. There's a traditional Zimbabwean village house, and that what you see in the background there is the tobacco barn. So that's where they'll cure all the tobacco. That wheeled vehicle is called a Scotch cart. It will be pulled by donkeys or cattle.
It looks like we have love in the air. Not really sure what's going on here because it looks like some sort of a love triangle. And a guinea fowl is involved somehow. I think this guinea fowl might actually be an offspring of the female turkey. What the guys will do is they'll get guinea fowl eggs from the bush and put them under a domestic fowl, like a turkey or a chicken, and you end up with this situation. I smell a little bit of jealousy from the black turkey. The white turkey is definitely winning at the minute.
Oh, daily.
So this is actually a plow for plowing the fields. What will happen is a rope will be tied to that and tied to an oxen, and that's what they'll use. This will be the driver's position, and there's a wheel on the front to help it go, and then these things will plow up the ground. So this is the plow for the fields.
Here's the tobacco barn, and at the bottom here is where you put your fire, and the fire is obviously to create heat for the tobacco inside that'll be curing. These little poles that you see sticking out of the side of the building go through into the inside, and that's where you hang your tobacco. It's pretty closed up. Let's you can see there's some tobacco scrap on the ground, and then as we look up, that's where the tobacco gets hung and cured. It's pretty dark in there, but just gives you a bit of an idea of how these guys make a living. And then coming out of the barn, right next door, is the cattle pen. That up there is silage from the maize crop. So what the villagers will do is they'll keep their silage up above where the cattle live. One, it provides good shade in the hotter months, and two, later in the year when it gets drier, they've got some food for their cattle when all the grass is gone. And here is the reason the hyenas are coming. You got livestock right next door to where the hyenas hide out in these rocky outcrops.
Right, well, I hope you enjoyed the trip of my crib.
let's get back to the serious business of hyena hunting. I hope some come in. Long way to come for nothing, but let's see. Got to be in it to win it, right? In years gone by, it's proven very difficult to hunt these village hyenas that live right amongst the people, and the hyenas really do wise up to the ways of the people, and they become almost impossible to take care of and kill. But with the recent advances of the pulsar technology, things have really gotten a lot easier for Steve, and his kill rate has improved, and the whole human wildlife control program has become a lot easier and more effective.
Right guys, tonight again we're going to be using the primary shooter. We'll have the 338 Win Mag with the XQ35 Thermion 2. Hopefully we get some footage. All the reports are good. Very solid unit. Hopefully we get some very good footage. So this will be what the primary shooter uses. Tim, grab that. Then for scanning we have the new XQ35 Axion 2. Very good unit, can see forever basically in the areas that we're hunting. Also has the built-in rangefinder. So we're going to have someone calling the shots and ranging, and then the guys getting busy with the rifles. Also, hopefully Andy will be our primary shooter with the Thermion 2. He's going to be using the Fly's Eye shooting sticks from African Sporting Creations. We'll see how steady they are in the footage and see if Andy can make some good shots. So all things being equal, we should be in tonight at least on some hyenas.
Now that we'd completed all our proper prior planning, all that was left to do was wait, enjoy the sunset, and wait for the darkness, which is the time to turn on the hyena speakers and call in what hopefully would be the problem hyenas. Being able to see perfectly at night through a scope is just something that's just so cool. And I was surprised to see that even though our speakers had now officially started, there was a couple of donkeys that didn't seem to be, you know, they were clearly used to the sound of hyenas, because they just kind of stood there and were looking around, obviously paying attention in case the hyenas were coming for them. But yeah, I was surprised they didn't run away.
Coming in full speed from on the right. He's coming in. Coming in. He's on the right. Coming in. He's passing the buildings now. He's at the speakers.
Have you got him, Andy? When he stands, you're going to smoke him, eh? Smoke him. When he stands, hit him. So let him pull the speakers down, eh? Another one coming, it's okay. Smoke him when he stands, Andy. There. Straight down. Reload. Are you recording, Andy? Oh, so right. Thank you. Very. Is he standing or not?
He's down. Yeah, he's down.
Okay.
He is down.
I see his eyes.
The other one's far right.
How far?
Far right.
Yeah, I'm looking. I can see the dead one in this one. Andy, come on top. You got a spot, bro. We can get to the speaker. Okay, we record. Yeah. No, let me come below. No. So it's next one.
Should I hit him again?
Yes.
Considering we are operating in the pitch dark, which is sometimes a little challenging, I think we did a really good job. We did sustain some major damage to our speaker on behalf of my slow trigger pulling abilities, but how cool to see the Hyena attacking the speakers. It's probably nerves that causes me a bit of apprehension to get that first trigger pull off, but when I do get it off eventually, at least I made it count. And then Steve got a shot on the second one. He hit that one, and just to make sure it didn't get away, I put in a second shot. And then I moved over in the darkness and handed the gun to Tim, who could see another hyena in the distance. He came in, Tim made a great shot on him. And then Steve finished that one off. And then slowly but surely the villagers started arriving and helping gather their old enemies. And when you think these people have to live side by side with these incredibly dangerous predators, that's when it really hits you as to what you're doing. And it's incredibly rewarding to see and feel the appreciation from the local people. Folks, Steve does have a YouTube channel, Hyena Hitman, if you want to check him out, Hyena Hitman. Well, another super successful hyena hunt. These Pulsar products, folks, are really a huge game changer. The ones that we used on this episode are for everyday man. They are not the top of the range, so they are affordable. And guess what? It's Christmas. So get hold of Ultra Nexus in South Africa and they will put you in touch with all their different products, and then you can pick yours. Ask your dad, ask your granddad, gather money, steal money, borrow money, get yours, folks. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas from here. This is Africa. See you next time right here, same place. Like and subscribe.